Hi. Today I'm going to be going over pretty much just one plugin that I use on my Craftbukkit server, but actually I'm running Spigot now. Uh, and that's going to be the Ships plugin. Before I get to the actual ships, though, I am going to show why I wanted to have the submarine. So I've just gated to a world that I've used in other videos. It's called the warehouse. It's pretty much just a place where I store copies of things I've built. Nothing spectacular. Except for this. This is my underwater base, which has gone through about 4 or 5 different revisions as I've expanded. I decided it was easier to build it above ground and then using World Edit simply paste it where I want it. It has grown quite a bit since I first designed it. This is actually an elevator shaft which uses the lift plugin. This one's not actually operational though. I don't add that in until after it's copied into place. I also have creatures still active here. You might notice these little colored tiles. I got tired of getting lost in the base, so I added some markers that lead to different sections. This is sort of an open area where I spawn forests, trees, whatnot. So you notice this red marker here. This is where the ships will come in, the submarine part. Here is an operational lift, though. The server is a little bit lagged right now, so the chunks don't load very quick. So I'm not actually going to go into the dock areas. You really can't see how that works until after the base is submerged by water. So let's see, I've got a Stargate somewhere right over here. So I'm going to gate directly over to the latest underwater base. So here you can see that the forest, the trees, Precious Stones has a forest generator, actually 4 I think. Different leaves spawn different types of forests. So let's see, and I am a little lost here. I've got to find the corridor that leads to the base. Okay, that leads to the elevator to the surface. I think it's over here. There it is. The bases are somewhat empty. I've carpeted some of the rooms. I have added some furniture to some areas, sort of like a lobby. So here is that same area in the template base. There are 3 different docks for the submarines. Let's see, which one do I want to look at first? That one's actually the smallest one. I think this is... Nope, it's not it either. Okay. So this one must be it. So you'll notice that there are 2 different layers of stairs, and that's there for a reason, and I'll show you what that does. So you kind of have to understand how water flows in Minecraft in order for this to work really well without an actual enclosed area. So you notice I've got signs on the edges of these blocks, and up here I have got the ladder So the ladder actually blocks the water from coming in. And those signs on the door, they do about the same thing. So we will scoot out a little bit. And if you're not familiar with the ship's plug-in, there's a sign to define the ship. There are signs for engines, and the engine faces the direction you want to move. Then you've got the wheel, which, well, effectively turns the ship. You've got altitude, which is a little odd for a submarine, but that goes up and down. And let's go ahead and raise up to the surface. Looking out the window, you can see the base. Oh, here we go. We are at the surface. So that's why I have the ladder on top. Down below, you can see the base again. And let's go ahead and make it completely night so it stands out. Okay, so let's return down to under the surface. And admittedly, it is a little tricky sometimes to dock. And there are a few bugs now and then, so hopefully this won't actually crash. So you notice how the water sort of seals off and then flows down and disappears. So that's how I've decided to design this airlock. The three different subs that I have here are slightly different sizes. This was the first one I made. It's very simple, really. Same ladder. It's only 2 blocks tall on the inside. So let's go up and take a quick look at the boat and the airship, which I've shown in other videos before, but I figure why not. So if I remember right, that was on the other end here. That's the problem with having 4 of these bases, or 5, is that they kind of run together after a while. And I have doubled up on the material above, but I have missed a few spaces because the dripping water gets a little annoying. Okay, so let's ride the lift to the top. Oh, where did you go? So I do have a precious stone down under the base so that mobs do not form. Now, somewhere up there, oh, there it is. There's an airship. So the mechanics of the boat work about the same way. I did not show this one, but this is sort of like an autopilot. It just automatically moves ahead a certain number of blocks to find in the configuration file. So I'm going to use the World Edit Compass just to pop up here. And one of the differences with the airship versus the other vessels is that you have to have a burner, and you also have to have a fuel. The submarine does require fuel in one of the newer betas right now, but I haven't moved up permanently to that yet. The controls here work exactly the same as the ship, or the boat, and also the same as the submarine. The larger the ship, the more lag you'll encounter. I don't usually build them very much bigger than this, so we'll go ahead and turn on the autopilot again. Oh, yeah, this isn't going to work right now. I'd reset the configuration file, and so the ratio of wool to other material is not right. So, but you get the idea of how this mostly works. I've got sort of side areas here with the controls. That's to dock with platforms that I've built way up in the air. And I did not really build this entire base by hand. I built sections and rooms. Then, using World Edit, I copied, rotated, pasted everything together, added some new corridors, to make it really easier rather than spend a lot of time with a completely unique layout. But that is pretty much it. The Ships plugin is pretty cool. I've been using it for quite a while now. And this is actually the Stargate plugin, which unfortunately has been abandoned right now. I'm afraid that when the newest updates come out for Craftbukkit, which includes switching teleportation from the username to a unique ID number, it's probably going to break this. I have got so many different Stargates and networks all over my server. That's really going to leave a mark. You can see the other bases here. These are pretty much these same bases, just different layouts and different versions of it. But that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.